Hi everybody, welcome to Exploring Food with Smitty. Today we're going to be exploring the South African Malva pudding. I've never tried this before, but as I said, I'm always open to trying new things, and you should be too. So let me get my things together, and when I come back, we'll be making it. Okay, so let's get started. What we're going to do is we're going to mix our wet ingredients first, and then we're going to add in our dry ingredients. So we're going to start with butter. 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm just going to pour that in, and it is melted butter. And I probably put in a little extra just because I like butter. Okay. And then to that, we're going to add brown sugar. And that's going to be 1/2 cup of brown sugar. 1/2 cup of brown sugar. So let's get our 1/2 cup here. I guess I could have did this beforehand, but you know me. That's good. And you want to firmly pack it. You don't have to pack it tight, just firmly. Okay. So that's our 1/2 cup of brown sugar. All nice and packed. And then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of apricot jam, which is my favorite. I love apricot jam. Love it. Let's do this. 3 tablespoons. That's 1. That's 2. Come on, he don't want to let go. And that's 3. I'm glad I finally opened this. Now I can eat the rest on toast. My favorite, right? Okay. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. I know that sounds weird, because it sounds weird to me too, but that's what we're adding. So let's put in our apple cider vinegar. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is mix this until it becomes incorporated. So let's get this all mixed. Okay, so I wanted to get the brown sugar kind of melted before I put in my eggs. So we're going to put in our 2 eggs. That's 1. And this is 2. You know, I learned something new the other day. I was boiling some eggs, and I put them in the pan to boil, and I kept wondering why they were floating. Well, come to find out, if your eggs are floating and you're boiling them, that means that your eggs are old. They said that you can still eat them, which I didn't, but they say, you know, they're floating because they're past their prime. So as you can see, it's getting all nice and mixed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add my 3/4 cup of milk. I always check my milk because I saw somebody take a gulp of milk and it was like yucky. So that's 3/4 cup of milk. And I'm using whole milk. Put that over there. Yep, 3/4 cup. Okay, so let's pour that in. So this is something else we got to get all mixed. I mean, it's a very, I don't know, it's a kind of a weird cake. Well, it's more of a pudding, I would say, than a cake. So I have it all mixed. As you can see, it's all together there. Let me move you back so that you can see. There we go. That's better. There we go. So to this mixture, I'm going to add my dry ingredients, which is my flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. So I've already mixed it in my bowl. like so. And I'm just going to add it to this here. There we go. Okay, so let's get this all mixed. Just until it's completely incorporated. Okay, so I'm going to finish getting this all mixed together, and when I come back, we're going to be putting it in our pan. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to butter my dish here with some butter, or you can spray if you like. I'm using butter. Let's get this all buttered up on the sides, right there. Okay, so my oven is preheating on 350. Like so. I'm just going to set this right here. My mixture is all mixed up. Okay, so I'm going to clean my spatula out because I don't want to leave any of that yumminess in there. Like so. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to empty this into my pan. My oven's already preheated, and you can see the apricot in there. It looks really delicious. And this is South African Malva pudding. Get this all in here. There we go. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just shake it to even it out. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the oven and I'm going to let it bake for 30 to 40 minutes. And when we come back, we'll be going to the next step. Okay, so what I'm getting started working on is the sauce for the cake. So what we're going to start with is a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. My heavy whipping cream right here. We're going to measure out a half a cup. There you go. Let's pour that in. And then to that, I'm going to add a half a cup of milk. So let's get our half a cup of whole milk in here. There you go. Okay, and to that, I'm going to add a half a cup of butter and a half a cup of sugar. There we go. Put in our half a cup of sugar. Okay, half a cup of sugar. There we go. And to that, I'm going to add a half a cup of butter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my butter. Like so. There we go. I'm going to cook this on low until my butter and my sugar melts. I wonder what this sauce would taste like if we added a little vanilla to it. Let's do that. Good. So let's add a little vanilla. Not a lot, just a little, because you don't need that much vanilla, believe me. Okay, as you can see, my sauce is still cooking. And you know, I added some vanilla. So I thought to myself, you know what? I know it doesn't call for it, but how about we add a little bit of nutmeg? There we go, just a little. Okay, so as you can hear, our cake is ready to come out. Let me turn off the timer. Let me turn off the oven. And let's look and see what we have here. And I keep calling it cake, but it's not cake. It's a pudding. You know how sometimes you just can't stop calling certain stuff. So let's take this out. And this is what we're working with. Doesn't that look beautiful? Okay, so I'm going to set this right here, because this is going to have to set for another 20 minutes to absorb our sauce that we're putting on. So what you want to do is you want to poke holes in your pudding. And I think my butter and sugar is pretty well dissolved in this too. So what to do is poke holes in my pudding with a knife. I'm just using a knife. Okay. So I'm going to pour this over the pudding so that it could absorb into those holes, and you could see it going down in there. Looks delicious. So you just pour it until it absorbs, like so. And what I'm going to do is just let it set for about 20 minutes to set up. And then we come back, we'll try some. You're supposed to eat this with ice cream, but we may have to try it without. So I'll be back. Okay, so I think our South African pudding has been setting long enough. And what we're going to do is we're going to try some without ice cream, and then we'll try some with ice cream, because I'd like to get the taste of it without the ice cream. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It kind of caved in the middle. I don't understand why, but it did. And I can't hold it because it's too hot. So let's try some. I'm going to scoop a corner out, like so. Okay, now we're going to give it a try. This is what it looks like. It kind of looks like more of a cake, but maybe the center part is more saturated. That's why it caved in. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Here we go. South African, what is it? South African Malva pudding. Here we go. Never had it before, but I'm always willing to try. It almost reminds me of a tres leches cake. But I think, I mean, I'm not a big tres leches cake person, but I think this almost tastes better. Try another spoon. It's not real sweet. You can taste the sauce on it. And I think it really worked to add that vanilla and that nutmeg. That really did it. Delicious. Nothing like I thought it would taste like. Like I said, I can understand how this would taste good with ice cream. Oh my God. Can't wait to try with ice cream. Delicious. Okay, I couldn't let this video pass without trying this with ice cream. So let's give it a try with ice cream. It's still just good. I would definitely make this again. I would make this for a family get-together, just so that they could be exposed to it, because it's delicious. Yummy. Thank you for joining Exploring Foods with Smitty. I'll be back with more recipes, and enjoy your day.